Sometimes in my YouTube career, making videos for YouTube, creating content, you know that sometimes I've covered body language of celebrities. Sometimes I've covered the royals and non-royals. Now I'm covering US politics. And sometimes my universes have this kind of Marvel metaverse and they collide, the timelines collide. And this is one of those times that we're going to be talking about Harry and Meghan and Archwell, that organization or whatever they call it, and USAID, the USAID scandal, and how money is channeled from one hand to another, and in it somehow ends up at Archwell, from the American taxpayers right into Harry's hand. Is that legal? Is that something? Thanks, Christine Frueba, who made sure to highlight this from the website that I told you earlier, datarepublican.com. You can go to datarepublican.com and look for anything. And she happened to look for Archwell, and she found this. Here, this is a mistake. Harry is not HRH anymore. Prince Harry pocketing American worker tax dollars through USAID. Didn't we start a revolution over this in 1776? Oh my God, this is gonna be bad. You can see, I'm going to show you the end. Let's start from the end. You see the Archwell Foundation received around what? It was like 6 million or something like that. It was a lot. From what? They received, Archwell Foundation received those millions from Fidelity Investments Charitable Gift Fund. And this is what is interesting about this website that I was talking about, that datarepublican.com. You can see how the money has flowed from one organization to another. It's like a huge money laundering scheme in which some NGOs request money and then they channel it to some other NGOs, and who knows in which hands it ends up and how is that money used. Can you imagine if this is just the very tip of the iceberg? Look at this. We have Fidelity Investments Charitable Gift Fund, but they have been given money by Schwab Charitable Fund, World Vision Incorporated, the Board of Trustees of the Leland, what is that? Rockefeller Philanthropy Advisors Incorporated, and they have received money from World Resources Institute, Institute of International Education, the trustees of Columbia University, the National Endowment for Democracy, Global Communities, and Communities Foundation of Texas Incorporated. Meanwhile, those have received money from New America Foundation, National Democratic Institute for what? We don't know for what. East West Management Institute Incorporated, Freedom House, Pact Incorporated. Oh my God, and these guys have 9 figures in here. What? And all the way to Internews Network and Consortium for Elections and something else. All that, you see a whole tree. All these organizations are on it. And it so happens that at the end, you see money getting into Archwell Foundation. How is this possible? This is only a tree of the money flowing into one organization into another. We don't know how is this money being spent. Is this lining people's pockets? Is this doing the things that these organizations, these NGOs, these charities claim to be doing? We don't know. We have no idea. There's no way until we audit them. Also, the Silicon Valley Community Foundation also channeled USAID funds, eventually donating $10 million to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's Archwell Foundation through the usual NGOs. There are several moving parts. Here's only one explaining the money trail. Yes, it was the grantee, $10 million. $10 million. Look at that. So, all this, again, this is Elon Musk, who hired these 6 genius kids who developed these AI tools to be able to deconstruct all these things that have been happening in the government spending and all that we have been talking about in the last 3 or 4 shows is just USAID. Only USAID. We're not talking about the Department of Defense or the IRS or anything. This is the greatest, I don't know, money laundering scheme in the history, I would say in the history of humankind. How many people are getting just, what is it? What is the term? I get in, all this moolah. Prince Harry's African Park charity has USAID taxpayer monies funneled through many of the same anon NGOs as Archwell. The mysterious Fidelity Charitable Gift Fund, Leland, which is from Stanford University, Tides, Rockefeller, Schwab Charitable Fund, Democrat PACs, and World Vision. Soap, rinse, and repeat. Money laundering over and over again. There's also Markle's mother, Doria, an unemployed yoga instructor, CFO and CEO of Phantom Elder Care Company, Loving Kindness, which has no brick-and-mortar address except a P.O. box at Meg's Beverly Hills agent's office. What's the F? Oh my God. Like Archwell, it's incorporated in Delaware, the secretive state where grant-heavy charitable nonprofits can legally spend 95% on expenses. You receive $100 million, and you only have to give $5 million for actual charity, and you can pocket the rest, the other $95 million. This is horrific. I mean, that's why you saw the United States debt rising like one trillion every 9 months or something like that. I don't remember the stats, but it was baffling. How can this be happening? Yeah, theft, pure and simple. James, you're spot on. Highlight your comment. Yeah, it's a Chief Fraud Officer, Chief Embezzlement Officer. You're spot on, Princess Dumberton. Spot on. And this is the account that I suggest that if you're on X, you should follow. Data Republican. He's the one who is making this. It's an anon account, of course. I'm sure that needs his or her identity to be protected. It's important to understand that funded is fungible, meaning USAID dollars do not directly flow into these NGOs in a literal sense. Instead, the money moves through multiple layers with various entities handling and redistributing it. For example, SEPs receive substantial USAID funding for global initiatives, but ultimately channels much of it to partisan NGOs. Rather than focusing solely on individual grants, it's more important recognize the broader pattern of funding distribution and influence. Donor-advised funds are a big part of the equation. I will update the website messaging to better reflect this. So this is a constant update. And well, very influential accounts on X like Amuse are already ringing the bell on this. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's Archwell Foundation received $13 million. $13 million from the government, but the IRS is restricting details about the source. Was it USAID? The foundation EIN is 8522139963, funnel millions to other left-wing NGOs. Why does the US government need help from Meghan to give away taxpayer money? Is everyone's question. But again, that question, we're gonna have answers pretty soon. And I have an idea that Harry might be doing a surprise trip anywhere away from the United States real soon. But I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. And also download the 100 body language tips in the description of this video. Download my tips and you will be subscribed to my awesome emails as well. I have yet to